The tension had been building for months. The date was September 5th, 2012. By this time, Kit and Joan had been married for nearly 8 years. They had experienced the same ups and downs as any other married couple. There were arguments. They argued about finances. They argued about Kit's ex-wife and her frequent calls to Kit. The arguments between the two, however, had grown more frequent after the move to Pembroke, Kentucky. Kit, an Army major with the 101st Airborne Division, had been assigned to nearby Fort Campbell a year earlier. It was a Wednesday night. Everyone living in the house on South Main at the time was home. It was a mixed family, with kids from previous marriages residing under the same roof. Joan's son Elijah, 16, was in the kitchen. Kit's daughter, Mackenzie, was in the downstairs bathroom, helping Joan's 9-year-old daughter Essie dry her hair and paint her nails. Mackenzie had moved into the house in Pembroke several weeks earlier after transferring to Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. She was 19. Joan's oldest daughter, Alma, 11, was in her upstairs bedroom doing her homework, using her bed as a desk. This night's argument had to do with what Joan felt was a personal slight. She had learned that Kit and Mackenzie had been planning a lunch date that didn't include her. Joan confronted Kit in the backyard, where he fed the few farm animals they kept. She complained about Kit's lack of communication. Kit tried his best to separate himself from Joan. He entered the house and took off his boots in the mudroom. All he wanted to do was take a shower and relax. The fighting, however, continued. Joan wanted to know why Kit didn't treat her better. They hadn't been anywhere as a couple in months. Kit grew angry. He complained about her spending, especially money spent on astrology, psychics, and an anti-religious organization called Nouveau Tech. Joan also had a habit of starting expensive construction projects on the house without consulting him. He pointed his finger at her and repeated a story he had heard from his ex-wife about how Joan had been saying bad things about him around the neighborhood. "I thought you two only talked about the kids," Joan said sarcastically. "Why are you doing this? Why is she saying this to you?" Joan would later claim that Kit had struck her in the temple with his finger and on the sides of her head with his fists. Kit claims he only flicked her hair. Kit went upstairs and took a shower. Later, when he entered the TV room to relax, Joan started arguing again. It was at this point that Kit decided that he had had enough. He told Joan he wanted a divorce. What happened next would have implications for the two of them over the ensuing years. "If you divorce me, I will ruin your career," Joan snarled. "I will ruin your life, and I know how to do it." She added that she would tell Kit's superiors that he had abused her.